Stop trying to stay motivated. This is why you fail. I'm about to attempt to explain to you the mysteries of motivation and why it is a failure, why you fail by chasing motivation. If you stay to the end, I can guarantee you will get what you came for. Firstly, understand that motivation in and of itself is not real. The reason I'm about to say that it's not real is because motivation is a feeling, and feelings come and go. Now, feelings come and go. That means motivation can disappear the second you don't feel motivated, the second you don't feel good, right? So I see this problem happen often. I see these people walking around through earth like peasants, waiting to feel good, not knowing that every day you won't feel good. But that's the reason why my methods are so solid, because I understand that if motivation is based off feelings, where does feelings come from? The mind. So if motivation can leave at any given moment, the best thing a man can do is what? Control his mind. If he can control his mind, he can control his moods. He can control his feelings. So when these people try and be motivated, here's what they do. They scroll to different video after different video, scrolling TikTok, just searching. But they're searching the wrong way. They're searching for a feeling. And if you're constantly searching for a feeling, you'll lead down a path that leads to nowhere, to hell. It's a stairway to hell, chasing after feelings. This is why we have drug addicts and alcoholics. They're chasing feelings. And I remember having a conversation with someone. He was telling me how he has never worked without being high. I thought in my mind, I said, the second you lose that weed, you're doomed. You're done. The second you lose that feeling that's keeping you going, you're done. Because when people try and seek to feel good, they seek things that have to rely on temporary substances to alleviate their pain, which is like a fake feel good. It's a fake version of what you need to feel. So instead of going to work out or train or hit some push-ups to feel a little motivated, they will in turn go to their substances or go back to the TV. Because I want you to understand that the TV, the distractions, the noise, the Pornhub is all hitting a certain part of the brain, which is based on motivation. So it's like a reward system. That's what the brain is based off of when it comes to motivation. It's like a reward. It's a feeling. You feel accomplished. You feel like you want to accomplish something, which is why a lot of people listen to these things, these podcasts, which motivate them, and listen to all these different videos that motivates them. And then the second that the video is gone, they don't feel motivated anymore. That's why it comes and goes. But this is why I have a very correct saying, because I'm a professional. I have a saying that says, diligence beats all. I learned this from the book of Proverbs. He was talking about diligence, and he was likening it to how ants are. When you look at ants in the field, the ants just work all day long. I actually did my research. They take short naps. It's like a quick reset. And the ants just work all day long, every day. Nothing else. They don't do anything else. They don't take a vacation off. They don't take a Sunday off to watch Super Bowl. They don't smoke weed and sit around. The ants just work. That's diligence. So it was saying diligent hands bring about wealth. Lazy hands bring about poverty. Diligence beats all. Now, people will try and liken discipline and diligence together, but I would argue that diligence beats discipline and motivation. The reason I say diligence is because diligence is like dedicating your life endlessly. It's endless work. Because again, discipline You can be disciplined sometimes. Discipline is you can be disciplined at being undisciplined. Do you understand? A lot of people have discipline at being lazy. They're disciplined just in the wrong thing. A lot of people have discipline in watching the TV. They're disciplined, but at the wrong thing. So it's costing them an expense. This is why they lose and fail. So this is why I say discipline and diligence. Discipline is dedicating yourself to something and you being able to keep continuously doing it, right? That's discipline. Diligence is no matter what you do, you're constantly output. All of your output is diligence. So this reminds me of a story of when I was walking one night. I remember that verse that I just explained to you. Diligent hands. And he was like, look at the ants, you sluggard. He said, look at the ants in the field, having no overseer, no ruler. They still work and they work in harmony together. So I'm looking at the ants. One night I had one on a walk, one on a run, came back and it was late night. It was like 1:07 a.m. and I was sitting down on the curb. It was pitch black. It was one street lamp. And I look over and I saw something in the glimpse of the crevices of the cracks in the curb. So I pull out my phone, pull out my flashlight, and there's thousands of ants still working. I was amazed. I was like, my goodness, if only humans had this work ethic. Thousands of ants still working. It was 1:07 a.m. They had been working all day long. So when I work, I look at the ants. This is why I never fail. All of this is the reason why most of these people fail. They fail because they lack the discipline and diligence. You need to become disciplined at being diligent, not disciplined only, because you can, as I said, you could be disciplined at eating garbage food all day, just eating every day, all day long. You can be disciplined at that. But to be diligent, it requires discipline for you to be diligent in the first place. So you need to become disciplined at being diligent at your said task. And that will make you obsessed, and you will wake up and you will work every day towards your said task. That's what people is lacking, and that's why they fail. So understand that trying to stay motivated is killing your progress, is killing your future, is killing your success. Because if you don't wake up every day and attack, well, then you already lost. People like me are working every single second of the day. Every single spare second, I'm doing something towards the progression of my future. And I won't take a day off until I get to where I want to be. And that's how you should be. It's how everybody should be. But it seems like these people don't want to win, because if they did, they would let go of the motivation and they would start to control their mind. Because motivation, as I said, is feeling, and feelings stem from the mind, because we have impulses. Impulses leads to feeling, then feeling becomes a thought, and then thought becomes action. So there's a 4-step process of system, which is why my system is the only system that works. All of these losers online will sit and tell you, oh, if you change this effect, if you change this habit, garbage, losers. They're not telling you the truth. You have to change your mind if you want to win. This is how it's so easy for me to win. And in fact, we have 78 men inside of Preme operations right now, all winning, all controlling their mind, getting rid of the motivation and feeling garbage. Because if you seek to feel good, you'll start to gravitate towards hedonism and pleasure and waste all your time on riotous living and drinking and taking substances to feel good. And that leads to hell. We already know that. So the best thing you can do is use my system. That's the best thing you can do. That's, in fact, the only truth. The only way you can win is if you control your mind. So you need to join the free Telegram of Preme Operations. And every single day, I tell you how to control your mind. Every single day. Every single day. My system is being purported into your mind so you can understand your mind, power, and how to use it effectively. So you need to join t.me/Preme operations, or the link is in the description. I'll meet you there if you truly want to win, but don't join if you want to stay a loser. That's on you. As I said, we have the brotherhood. We don't need you. We want people who want to win and fight. And anybody that doesn't join don't want to win and fight. If we're the winning team, and I tell you, come and join the winning team, and you don't come and join the winning team, well, that means you want to be on the losing team. Then stay there, away from me. So I get on here and I say these things to get you to forget the motivation. Just start to work on diligence and discipline. Get very, very disciplined at being diligent. Diligence will bring about success. It will bring about wealth. It will bring about everything it results. But what does diligence first stem from? Your mind. All of it stems from your mind. Because I can give you an example. Here's further proof of my methods, of my system. When an event happened, you can't, like for example, last night it rained. We couldn't stop it from raining. But we can change our thinking. We could change our thoughts, right? Like some people in the house got scared. There was a big thunderstorm last night. In their brain and their thoughts, they was like, oh, this is scary. But for me, it was nothing. You understand? It's the difference between thinking, how we see different events. Like how I get on here and say, when my girlfriend died, I framed myself as a superhero because I'm a superhero. Batman's parents had to die for him to become Batman. So my girlfriend had to die for me to become Preme. I'm a superhero. Now, someone else who rely on temporary feeling and motivation, they would have drunk themselves away. They would have loathed around. They would have sat in self-pity. They would have cried themselves to sleep every night. They would have drunk themselves to sleep every night. They would have smoked themselves to sleep every night. They would have distracted their mind and end up even worse than the condition before. That's why it all comes from how you think. The fact that I thought differently got me out of my situation and my pain. So I like to think that the masculine experience is all similar. We all go through similar things in life. Regardless of one person can say, no, I went through the worst thing, or it's all similar. We're all going through some type of pain, but it's just the difference of how we frame it in our mind. Some people let pain dictate their every move. Their every move. This is why they rely on motivation. And this is why it's keeping you in a trap, an endless loop, because feelings come and go. But unless you can learn how to control your mind, then you can control your feelings. But if you can't control your mind, then you can't control your feelings, which means you can't control your motivation, because the feelings leave, because motivation leaves with the feeling. If motivation is a feeling, and one day you don't necessarily always wake up happy and motivated, then guess what? All of your discipline left, because you're very disciplined, in fact, at being unmotivated. So this is why I say discipline itself is even a sham, because people are disciplined at being undisciplined. So you need to be disciplined at being diligent. You need to switch your entire frame of thinking. You need to join the free Telegram. Link in the description, t.me/Preme operations. It is the only way out. I'll show you exactly how to control your mind.